Right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome back to another Venge video. My name is GGJ, and today I'm doing something completely different. And I've actually been really looking forward to this, and that is the making a tier list of past, present Venge competitive players. So I've picked 25 of the very best players in the entire world that have ever been playing this game. I will go through them now. We've got 424, Elements, Fraser, Gino, my boy, George, myself, Ghost, Adaxo, Logic, Fuds, Wavy, Nexi, Velro, Flex Chadwell, Eddie, Gunner, Clicks, Hanger, Brutally Owned, Izzy Baby, MP Door, Oops, Powered, Slime Cube, and Exility. Now, I don't think I missed anybody. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anybody. But anyway, we're gonna start from the left corner and work our way down all the way to the bottom corner, and I'll explain my reasoning behind each one. Right, David 424. Now, I've been competing against David, blimey, for probably half a year now, 6 months since like Venge came out. David has his ups and downs, but he's consistent. So, like, he's not S tier. He's not up there with, like, to say, Ghost or even Ops. Well, you know where those two are going, right? But David is definitely somebody who has that potential to be someone amazing. So he's definitely going in a category. Right, Elements, the Mr. Sniper, the man who says he can. And he does. He is not a one trick, but when it comes to sniping, there's probably only one person in the entire game that can keep with Elements when it comes to sniping, and that has to be Gene. But so Elements, he's had some good runs. He's made top 8 in the tournament. I don't think he's gone further than semis. I don't think he's made a semi. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if he plays weeklies, but all the prize money tournaments, like the first official one and the second official one and all the prize pools that I put up, he's always made that top 8. So to me, Elements, I'm gonna put him in B. Fraser, what can be said? Like, there's only a handful of people in the world that can beat this kid, right? I think Fraser, he's not S. Not unbeatable, okay? He's not S tier anymore. If he was still playing and still competing, then yes, he would be definite S tier. But at present, Fraser is not unbeatable. Struggles under pressure. But one of the best Lilium players I have ever seen, ever. Period. And I've seen them all. And I am telling you now, there's not many that are better than Fraser. Definitely up there with 424. A. My boy, Gino. Okay, so Gino, obviously he doesn't do a lot of competing anymore because he's like the official face of Venge, if you will. Like he's like the caster at tournaments. So Gino, I'm not being harsh, but when it comes to the likes of, say, Adaxo, Ghost, Logic, Wavy, Nexi, these Gunner Ops, he's not there. Like, he fell off, and he'll tell you himself. He's not going to lie about things. He's definitely in the B to A range, so I'm definitely putting him in B. I don't think he needs to go into C. That's just no. He hasn't fell off that much, but he can't compete with the likes of David and Fraser. So, right, George Von Hart. Now, I love George. I think he is an amazing guy. I think I love this guy. He's brilliant. He's lovely to have a chat with. I've had multiple duels with him. He's beat me. I've beat him. But looking at the 4 people we've got there, George is definitely a B player, but he doesn't play in competitive anymore that I know of. But so I'm going to put him in B. He's had a lot of high top 8s in the tournaments. So yeah. Me. Where do I put me? Right. Like, back in the day when it first started, before like the Logics, the Daxos, Oops, Gunner, and all that lot, there was me and there was Wavy, right? And we were the 2 best players in the entire world. But compared to the likes of, say, Fraser, 44, I mean, I can definitely compete with 44. Fraser, just about. I can't see. I've got to be like. I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, I'm bloody S tier, mate. I'm amazing. I don't compete anymore. I do casting. I analyze games and stuff like that. I'm gonna say I'm B, maybe C. I don't have what it takes to compete with these guys anymore. I have beat Fraser. I have beat 424. I have beat Wavy back in the day. Logic, no. Amazing kid. Adaxo, yes, I beat him. Flex, Valor, all these next in, like, yes, I beat them. But that was then. Like we're like several months apart now, and there hasn't been like any major tournaments at the minute. So I'm gonna say B for me, maybe C. I've got to be brutally honest. I mean, if I was to start playing consistently every day again, yes, I could go back up to A. But right now, I'm gonna say B. Ghost, currently the best player in the world. That's just yeah, S. Like S. That's all there is to it. Like him, Ops. Sadly, Ops got banned, but Ops and him probably the two best players at present in the world. Yeah, Ghost is S tier. He's the current champion. Like the guy just knows how to play. He's fantastic. Right, Adaxo, the old boy, the old guard as I call them, Royal Adaxo. Now, Adaxo, he's not S tier. I beat him in the 1v1s. I beat him. In fact, I think the last time I played him was on Zabalba, and it was a pug game. He joined my stream game. But no, right. So a couple of things I want to go over. Adaxo like came from Krunker, or he came from another one. I can't remember what game he came from, but I think it was Krunker. But this kid was cracked. Like he could frag like the best of them. But then I don't know. He just disappeared off the scene. So I'm not 100% sure where to put him. Like if he was still playing and he's still thinking, I'd say easily S tier. But from the last time that I had to go off like the last time I played him, I actually won. But I think he's better. Like, obviously, he's younger. He's still playing games. I'm gonna put him in A. I feel like if he was still competitive, it would be A to S tier. Logic, well, Royal, the old Royal guy again, another Royal member. Logic was fantastic. He actually picked up a win. What was it? It was my tournament. I think one of my tournaments before I started putting prize money on. Yeah, Logic's he's took out some dubs. He's took out the W's. He's fantastic. Aim wise, he knows how to read a map. He's really good. Positioning as well is something with Logic. Like it just came natural to him. Definitely in A. There's nothing. There's not even debatable. Fudzy, right? Fudzy. Fudz doesn't play competitive anymore. Barely plays. But when he did, he was definitely up there with Gino, Elements, George, me. Yeah, he's definitely a B. Great with nades. I think he played Shin most of the time now. But then, like, I think that he switched between Lilium and Shin. So yeah, but he was fantastic and a lovely guy to talk to. Great personality, just brilliant. He's definitely in B. The original Wavy, right? So going back to the story of me and Wavy, we were the two best in the world. Wavy had my number. I will be man enough to say he had my number. If he was still playing, even Ghost right now would be struggling. Wavy, in my opinion, if he was to continue to play, definitely S tier. Nexi, like, where do you, like, the man's banned, like, two of the greatest players that have ever touched the game, Nexi and Ups, both banned. More on that, I guess, at a later date. But Nexi, like, this guy is up there. Like, the reason, when he played for CAG, he won the first official tournament, took home $500. Fantastic player, knows how to read, knows how to jump shoot, knows all the tricks in the books. His positioning is fantastic as well, and his aim, fragging out is just god tier. So Nexi, easily S tier. Velro, right? So Velro right now, excuse me. Sorry, I'm getting over the bloody cold. So when Velro played, he was really good. Like he played Royal, then he joined CAG. He left Royal to join CAG. And then Velro basically I think he started falling off because of his studies and stuff like that. But Velro was definitely one of those players that had potential, but really struggled under pressure. So I love Vel, I love you, bro, but I gotta put you in. Right? Flex Chadwell, my boy. Right, Flex. Sadly doesn't play Venge anymore. Moved over to CS:GO. That's where he's he's doing a lot of giveaways and stuff like that. Um, when it came to competitive, like again struggled under pressure, but he did make a top eight finishes. One of the first major tournament we had. Some of my ones, like my $75 tournaments, he managed to get top 8 as well, and I think he even pulled out a top. I think he managed to go 4th in a tournament on one of the weeklies. So Flex, he was an all rounder. He was like, pardon the pun, but he was a flex player. He could play literally shotgun. I think he pulled out the sniper in the 2v2 payload tournament we had. Obviously, brilliant Scar player. I'm going to put him up there in B. I think he's a great player. I think Flex, and great personality, great guy. My boy Eddie. Right, Eddie only had a couple of tournaments. He didn't really do well in them. I don't see Eddie at C, but I don't see him at B. Like, if there was a C.5 or something, maybe. Eddie didn't do very well in like the major tournament that he entered, but he stopped playing, so I don't know if he still plays. I haven't really kept in contact, but Eddie, to me, compared to what we've got up here and there, like, you can see the difference in level, right? I've got to put Eddie in C. I think, like, if he continued to play, he would definitely be B, with me, Elements, Gino, and all them. Right, Gunner. Oh, Gunner. I miss this guy, actually. He was a great player. Gunner, in my opinion, he was not S tier. He's definitely not S tier. Not up there with Ghost Wavy, Nexi. I mean, I kind of want to move. So at the end of the video, we'll go over them and then we'll adjust if I see fit, yeah? Gunner, in my opinion, knew how to read maps. Amazing Scar player. He was a Shim player, I do believe. I might have got that wrong. Don't quote me on that. Fantastic. Knew how to read maps. Knew how to position himself. He was definitely up there with the likes of 424. I'm going to put Gunner in A. Definitely A. Right, Clixie. My boy Clix. Now, Clixie sadly quit Venge. But everybody loved Clix, right? He was that one kid where everybody you just knew, right? I didn't actually see him compete that much. Like, he 1 or 2 tournaments, I think. Because before this, I was doing a bit of research, like in the sign-up pages and like Venge competitive and stuff like that. And Clix, in my opinion, going off the brackets, really didn't. He didn't get far. Like, he always got. He made, like, he would either get first round knockout or just get past first round. So I'm going to put Clix in C as well. Hanger, haven't seen Hanger in a brutally long time, but Hanger, when he did play, was brilliant. Definitely not A, B, or S tier. I'm going to put Hanger in C. I think Hanger was a great player, great content creator, but didn't fare well in tournaments. Again, I think he struggled under pressure. And if he was fighting from behind, he got more behind it. He didn't know how to compose himself. So I'm going to put him in C. Brutally owned. Wow, like, where do you put brutally owned? Like, I haven't spoke to this guy in ages. Like, there was talks of him to come to CAG, and then he fell off the face of the planet. Did enter into the $75 prize tournaments that I did. I did 3 of them. He did really well. Came top 4 in one of them, top 8 in the second one, and then the third one he got against, I think it was Ops, so basically beaten that, but it was a close game. But brutally owned, definitely A tier. Sadly, I don't think he plays anymore, but he was up there. You know, he was definitely up there with, like, say, 424, Daxo, Logic, Fraser, Gunner. So I'm definitely going to put brutally owned up into A. Izzy. Now, Izzy, like, she was one of those people that was well known in the community. But no matter how you put it, when she entered tournaments, guess what? She really entered. Like, she was fantastic. Do I think she's A or S tier? No. but she's definitely good enough to beat me and George and Gino and stuff. Definitely, easily. Like I've beat her a lot, but like that's in pugs. Whereas Izzy has actually gone further in tournaments than me. So to me, I'm definitely gonna put Izzy in B. I think, but she has made a top 3 appearance, whereas myself, Gino, George, and Nat haven't. Like mine, I in the tournament that I played before I started casting, basically I came up against hackers. Like that was I was beating 4-2-4, and there was the other guy who's a hacker. And long story short, I just said no, had enough, and I gave David the win, and David went on. Actually won that tournament. But Izzy baby definitely be reaching A. I would love to put her there. I really would. But Izzy versus say Fraser, Logic, and Daxo, no. I can't see her. If they were still playing, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. See. I think that's a fair assessment. Her skill set is fantastic. Again, I think she's just an amazing person, and an amazing person just otherwise. But she's an amazing player. Right, my boy MP Door. Love this guy. He's been holding the Venge weeklies. He got banned and then unbanned or something. I don't know. I don't really up with that, but MP Door did do a couple of tournaments, did pretty well, made top 8 in a couple of them. Then he got like first round knocked out, and then he did fall off. MP Door again doesn't he doesn't do well when he's behind, but when he's ahead, he can stay ahead. So does struggle under pressure. When we were doing the 1v1s and on my stream, I noticed that if I could lay up traps like with Frost Bomb or Multi-Shock, like bouncing grenades off walls and stuff, he just fell apart. He didn't know how to bring up. But so I'm going to put MP Door in C. Now, oops. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. The man, the myth, the legend. Oops has probably dominated the scene. He's had multiple wins. He's won 5 weeklies, the MP Door weeklies. He won all of. No, there was 8 week. No, was it 8 weeklies? And he played in 5 and then won 5, like 100% win rate. He won one of my $75 tournament, my second one, and before we had like the normal ones, and we were putting on the like Venge competitive and whatever they, which is now the official Venge one. We had like weekly tournaments. Oops would dominate that. Like it was between him, Gunner, Nexi, one of those guys would take it. So Oops, without a shadow of a doubt, S tier. There is not even like. Was there any doubt? Like seriously, was there any doubt that Oops was going to be S? Powered. Now Powered, Powered has made a top 3 appearance. He's actually made grand finals. When he played, I don't know if he's still playing. I haven't spoken to him much actually. Powered definitely one of those players that had potential, but then he decided to play other games and just fall off, and then he went Fortnite, and then he went Warzone, and then he went Cold War, and then he came back to Venge. When he came back to Venge, basically he'd fell off, and like I was beating him, Fuds was beating him, everybody was beating him. Just I don't like but he had some really good results. Like he had the W's, he had the dubs. He'd done well. But I can't see him in. I can't put him in A. I definitely can't put him up in A. I'm gonna say now he's C to B. I'll be pleasant and put Powered in B because he did have better results than everybody else in B. In fact, it was him and Izzy, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna put him in B. Slime Cube, Slimy, my boy. Now, great pug player. Didn't have great results in tournaments. He great content creator, a lovely guy to talk to. He gets past like first rounds, maybe into quarterfinals, but other than that, he's definitely not up there with. I can't say he's up there with Gino. I can't say he's up there with me, Buds, or anybody like that. But I want to put him in B, but I feel because of the way he plays, panics a lot. I've got to put him in C. Now, Exility. Is definitely one of the best players in the world. No doubt about that. Always top 4. Last 2 majors major tournaments we had, he top 4. Second in one, and in fact, no, second in both, I think. Yeah. So Exility. I don't know if that's true. I know he came second in one of them. I'm gonna put Exility as A. Right, there is no D. I don't believe in putting someone in D because if you have bad showings in tournaments, doesn't mean you're that position. Not crap. Right, so we go over S tier. Does anybody need to be moved out of S? Ghost, Wavy, Nexy, Ups? Absolutely not. Four of the best players that ever touched Venge.io, the greatest players there are. Ghost, current champion. Wavy, if he was still playing, is definitely there with Nexy, definitely there with Ghost, definitely there with Ups. Ups, one of, if not the most known notable player in the world. Done some great things. Nexy may decline, got himself banned, all that, but you know, he also won the first official tournament, like took $500. Fantastic. 44 Fraser, Daxo, Logic, Gunner, Brutally Owned, Auxiliary. I can't touch them. I think that's a, like, could you just imagine? Right, say there's no bans and that there, 25 people. That is some of the scariest players on the planet. Like, say, take me and take Gino out because, like, we cast a tournament. But the rest of them, wow. Like, just imagine if we had a Daxo, Logic, Brutally Owned back, like Gunner back, Oops, Nexy, Wavy, go 424. Could you imagine? This would be one of the sickest esports scenes ever. Like, obviously, if it was 1v1. But, like, the reason Wavy and me and all that back, and even 44, like, we're going back, even Ops, sorry, we used to go back to when it was, like, 1v1v1, you know, three of us in a lobby. So, right, B tier, Gino, Elements, George, me, Fuds, Flex, Izzy, and Powered. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Flex started doing well. Fuds, you know what? I love Fuds, but I can't see him in B. Great player, can keep with everybody there, but it's just his tournament results, right? So I'm gonna put him in B. C, sorry. Hanger, Clicks, Velro. I am gonna bring these guys down like that, and I think Eddie, Door, Fuds, and Slime are all on the same page. Yeah, I think. I don't like putting people in D, but that there, like for skill wise, I think is some of the best players in the world that have ever touched this game. And yeah, this is where I want to leave it. I think that's a good. Let me know in the comments what you think. We'll just quickly go over it. S tier, Ghost, Wavy, Nexy, Oops. A tier, 44, Fraser, Daxo, Logic, Gunner, Brutally Owned, and Auxiliary. B tier, Elements, Gino, George, GGJ, Flex Chadwell, Izzy Baby, and Powered. C tier, Eddie, MP Dorf, Fudge, Slime Cube. D tier, Velro, Clicks, and Hanger. Let me know what you guys would do any different in the comments below. I want to hear from everybody. Until next time, watching, like, fave, subscribe. I'll see you next one.